In 1843, British author Charles Dickens published the novella A Christmas Carol. Now I'm sure I don't need to tell you what's it about, cause let's face it, we all know it. An old greedy curmudgeon, Ebenezer Scrooge, gets visited by the ghosts of his old business partner and three spirits of the past, present, and future on Christmas Eve to inspire Scrooge to become a better man. It's one of my favorite Christmas stories, even more so as an adult, mostly due to the themes of, maybe the 1% should be scared straight and pressured to help the poor. And like a lot of people, I grew up with the many adaptations. From films to TV episodes and specials, this story is so evergreen, almost everyone has done their own version. I think my favorites would have to be the 1984 George C. Scott film, Disney's Mickey's Christmas Carol with Scrooge McDuck in the main role, and The Muppets Christmas Carol starring Michael Caine, not to mention modern updates like Scrooge with Bill Murray, or even campy remixes like A Diva Christmas Carol. But I want to talk about the one starring our favorite Stone Age family, 1994's A Flintstone Christmas Carol.
It's the night before Christmas and Fred's acting funny. Bah, humbug! He's really distracted and he's obsessed with money. He's wearing strange clothes and he's wearing a wig and everyone suspects his head's much too big.
I'm a star.
Fred Flintstone!
Old Fred must be nicer. This lesson he'll learn in our holiday special with surprises at every turn.
I've changed.
A Flintstones Christmas Carol.
Sunday night at 6 on WPWR-TV.
The Flintstone Christmas Carol was written by Glenn Leopold, a veteran writer of HB since the 80s, and would go on to write some of the greatest Scooby-Doo DTVs, and directed by Joanna Ramirza, another veteran of Hanna-Barbera who later became a timing director of many Disney TV cartoons. This was made after the Turner buyout, and Hanna-Barbera was slowly moving away from their older properties to focus on creating new original programming from the then fledgling Cartoon Network, though they were still able to create some revivals, this special being one of them. What most people don't know is the idea for the special was pitched by Scott Geralds as part of a second run of Hanna-Barbera's Superstars 10 movies, but was greenlit and handled by a new team after he left the company. The funny thing is, the Flintstones are no stranger to Christmas specials and episodes, which is interesting considering the very tired "how are they celebrating Christmas if Jesus wasn't born" joke. There was the season 5 Christmas episode of the original series, the 1977 Christmas special, and the early 90s special, where Fred and Wilma adopt a Johnny Test-looking kid, voiced by Dexter. With all that, how could they not do A Christmas Carol? The plot goes like this. Bedrock is getting ready for their local theater production of A Christmas Carol, with Fred playing Ebenezer Scrooge. Unfortunately for everyone else, he gets too into the role. He spends most of his time rehearsing, neglecting his responsibilities at work and his family. The final straw is forgetting to pick Pebbles up from school. And to make matters worse, there's a flu going on called the Bedrock Bug, leaving many performers sick, and Wilma have to fill in roles in addition to being a stage manager and costume designer. Personally, I think the framing of the special is pretty clever, how it switches from the play to reality as Fred learns his lesson as he's playing Scrooge. Though I do find it a little odd he's getting this worked up over a community play of all things. All the characters have the right amount of screen time, but watching it again, I was surprised to see Philo for the Flintstone kids, who is now a cop like his dad. That's a neat little reference. As to be expected, the voice cast is top notch. Henry Corden, Frank Welker, Gene Vanderpool, B.J. Ward, John Stevenson, and even John Rhys Davies as Charles Brickens. The music by Stephen Bernstein is really nice too. HB's Phil Cartoons does the animation for the special, and once again they knock it out of the park. It's bright and colorful, and the character animation is a lot fluid as opposed to the original series. It is very faithful to the original book, especially in terms of dialogue, and I love this line.
Is he, anything like you, Mr. Scrooge?
More like the man I used to be and hope to be again.
That's actually pretty deep. Premiering in syndication November 21st, 1994, Flintstones Christmas Carol was the last official Flintstone production, unless you count the Dino Water cartoon shorts, made by Hanna-Barbera before its eventual folding into Warner Brothers, and would be the last Flintstone anything until On the Rocks. It was released on video and DVD several times. It would become a staple of Cartoon Network's holiday blocks through the 90s and 2000s. Its most recent airing was on the MeTV Toons, 'Tis the Season for Toons block in 2024. Overall, it's a decent Christmas Carol adaptation to check out. There might be better ones out there that's even more loyal to the source material, but I still have a soft spot for the Flintstones, so I might be a little biased here. Some parts are a little corny, but it's a Flintstones adaptation of the Christmas Carol, what do you expect? But I still think it's worth checking out. And folks, that's about it for 2024. Thank you all so much for another incredible year. I'm so grateful for all of you to letting me share my love of animation, as well as making it a second income. I hope you all will join me in 2025 for more stuff coming your way. Until next time, I'm 47 Cartoon Guy, and I gotta fly.